a lot of times right now, and it must be something important. And when I was going to answer the phone, I was going to say, I don't answer the phone for anybody while I'm eating, but I'm answering it for you. And then I answered it, and he sounded excited. He sounded very excited about something. He said, SubhanAllah, the thing that I've been waiting for him to say, and he's been waiting to say for years now, alhamdulillah. That his mother, alhamdulillah, is entering into Islam. MashaAllah. And she came right now, alhamdulillah, she's sitting right now in front of me for the brothers who are inside the front seat. Alhamdulillah, she's ready to take her Shahadah and to enter into Islam. Before that happens, alhamdulillah, I would like to remind us that this is the most incredible thing that can happen to somebody in their life. This is that turning point. You cannot do something in your life that is more grand than this. Nothing is going to tip your deeds more than this. This is the starting point of a new page. Everything before it becomes erased and wiped clean. Your slate is perfectly clean. With the moment you decide to tell Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I submit to you and I will do everything that you order me to do. Everything is wiped clean before that, alhamdulillah, and now you're starting a new page. This is a very, very, very great event, and I cannot stress on how great an event itself, alhamdulillah, it is. And it is simply somebody admitting to themselves and accepting and proclaiming that truly that there is no God but Allah, and that there is it is better to live our lives in the way shown to us by the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and that all the prophets are true prophets of God, that were sent for the message to tell us that worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone. That is the purpose, that is why we're here. Most people that you see on the street, you go up to them, you talk to them, you ask them, what is the hat that you're wearing? What is the purpose of it? They say, it looks nice, it protects me from the sun and so on, it covers up my hair. What is the purpose of your shoes? They keep my feet from being scratched, they make it easier to play so-and-so sport. They have a shoe for this sport and a shoe for this sport, and all of them are fitting to the purpose that they're there for. What is the purpose of your glasses? They say, to help me see better, to correct, whatever deficiency there is in my eyes and so on. But then when you ask people what is their purpose, the number one answer is, oh, I don't know. I never really thought about it. Right? As if everything, this tree has a purpose. This chair has a purpose. Right? Everything that we make and everything that we do is for a purpose. And most of those purposes, unfortunately, are worldly purposes. That we only think about the worldly purpose of everything, when in reality, every single one of us is going to be in this world for such a short period of time, and then we'll be gone, and then it will be as if we never existed. Right? So we're not meant for this world. Our purpose is not a worldly purpose. Our purpose is to worship God in this life, so that we may pass the test, which is this life, and then, therefore, we will gain the mercy of God and we'll be able to live in eternity. That is the true life. That is the true life. Right? A person who's a believer, nothing bad happens to them, right? Because if God decides to test them with good, and yes, pleasing things can be good, right? Pleasing things can be a test too. If you get a car, or if you get, some money, or if you get whatever blessing, you can use it in a way that makes Allah happy with you, or you can use it in a way that will make Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala angry with you as well. God gives you life, God gives you children, God gives you, wealth and so on. And these you can use for your purpose, which is to worship God, or you can use them for a worldly purpose that is away from what God wants you to use it for. So alhamdulillah, the act of becoming a Muslim is entering into Islam, which means submission. It is a lifestyle of submission. That you're saying that I choose to live for the purpose that I'm actually here for. And for a purpose, People who live without that purpose, they have no purpose. People who live for a worldly purpose, they have no purpose. Because look at the most successful people. We talk about, for example, the person who is the richest in history. The person, his name was Qarun. And he had so much money, so much wealth, that the gates, the keys for his treasures, for his different houses of treasures or properties or so on, the keys couldn't be, like if all of us here, they tried to carry them, we couldn't carry all of the keys that we have. let alone his treasures. He was extremely successful, but from a worldly perspective. Right now, when we talk about him, we only talk about him and he was a bad person. And he used this for worldly purposes. And he has nothing to show for it. He has nothing. He's gone. But, subhanAllah, we deceive ourselves. And the devil, he deceives us to live for a worldly purpose. And then once, Steve Jobs, when I used to ask people when he was alive, I used to ask people who's the most successful person you can think of, and most people, they would say Steve Jobs. He founded a great company, he has a legacy, and so on and so forth. But then he doesn't believe in God. And then what are his last words as he's dying? Does anybody know? Steve Jobs, what are his last words? Big atheist. Person who built, an empire in this world. And he was a very stubborn person, very, difficult person to deal with.